Kings, Jehoshaphat and the death of Ahab. After giving an order to his officials to arrest Prophet Micaiah and put him in prison, King Ahab of Israel and King Jehoshaphat of Judah went to attack the city of Ramoth in Gilead. Ahab said to Jehoshaphat, "As we go into battle, I will disguise myself, but you wear your royal garments." So the king of Israel, Ahab, went into battle in disguise. The king of Syria had ordered his 32 chariot commanders to attack no one else except the king of Israel, Ahab. So when they saw King Jehoshaphat, they all thought that he was the king Ahab, and they turned to attack him. But when King Jehoshaphat gave a shout, and the Lord God rescued him and turned the attack away from him, the chariot commanders saw that he was not the king of Israel, so they stopped pursuing him. By chance, however, a Syrian soldier shot an arrow which struck King Ahab between the joints of his armor. "I am wounded," he cries out to his chariot driver. "Turn around and pull out of the battle." While the battle raged on, King Ahab remained propped up in his chariot facing the Syrians. The blood from his wound ran down and covered the bottom of the chariot, and at evening he died. Near sunset, the order went out through the Israelite ranks, "Every man go back to his own country and city." So died King Ahab. His body was taken to Samaria and buried. His chariot was cleaned up at the pool of Samaria, where dogs licked up his blood, as the Lord had said would happen through Elijah. King Jehoshaphat of Judah returned safely to his palace in Jerusalem. A prophet, Jehu, son of Hanani, went to meet the king and said to him, "Do you think it is right to help those who are wicked and to take the side of those who hate the Lord? What you have done has brought the Lord's anger on you. But even so, there is some good in you. You have removed all the symbols of the goddess Asherah which people worshipped, and you have tried to follow God's will." Even though King Jehoshaphat lived in Jerusalem, he traveled regularly among the people from Beersheba in the south to the edge of the hill country of Ephraim in the north, in order to call the people back to the Lord, the God of their ancestors. He appointed judges in each of the fortified cities of Judah and instructed them, "Be careful in pronouncing judgment. You are not acting on human authority, but on the authority of the Lord, and He is with you when you pass sentence. Honor the Lord and act carefully, because the Lord our God does not tolerate fraud and partiality or the taking of bribes." In Jerusalem, Jehoshaphat appointed Levites, priests, and some of the leading citizens as judges in cases involving a violation of the law of the Lord or legal disputes between inhabitants of the city. They traveled throughout, visiting every town, explaining how God wanted people to live. People began to respect God and obey Him. Jehoshaphat ruled in peace, and God gave him security on every side. After the death of King Ahab, his son Ahaziah became king of Israel, and he ruled in Samaria for 2 years. He sinned against the Lord, following the wicked example of his father Ahab, his mother Jezebel, who had led Israel into sin. He worshipped Baal and aroused the anger of the God of Israel.